Good morning, YouTube. I hope you're having a good day today, and it is time to do our thing. Talk shop, folks. I love it. There's all kinds of stuff going on out there in the world. Maybe it's good evening. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but I'll tell you the world I'm in, the crypto world, is doing great. I am Stock Mo. I am here to teach you today, educational. I'm going to share with you some of the updates in the crypto space. And of course, XRP family, if you're with me, hit that like button, man. Let's get this thing flying over 1,000 likes. And of course, there are many other things you can do to help. Let me know how you're doing down below, where you're watching from. And it's always amazing to me as you guys are all watching these videos of just where we're going, man, because another billionaire. We got something big to talk about today. Of course, you guys know there's a lot of things we are doing. We have our first live session teaching, and this is awesome. We have a workshop. We're doing a workshop this weekend. We'll get that out of the way for anybody who is interested. There's multiple things here. Down below, click the third link there. You can come on over and sign up for that. And of course, I have just a few spots left for mine. Crypto will as well. And Dr. Stocks, code LEARN, L-E-A-R-N. They are 3 separate workshops with 3 separate private communities that you will have 60 days of access to as you join. But they're going to be this weekend. You can read more about them when you click on them, go through the slides, all that good stuff. Highly recommend it. It is how you go to the next level. But for those who have not done my webinar, that is up and running. You can go ahead and jump in here, register, 4-step framework, learn how to learn the technicals. This is my webinar, the one I made for you. We opened up the spots. It's ready. Check it out today. And then, of course, if you haven't come on over to the earner tier, check out the earner tier down below. I did live trading yesterday. It was fun. We had 2-0, and I taught people how to read the charts more. I had Dr. Stock on there sharing his knowledge. We do these live lessons, these live training events, if you will, on actual. We take all the chances you guys learn from what we do, but you guys can join that. We have 36 learning lessons in there. We have the live stream. We have the expert traders helping people. Very, very big educational community. You can also join, that was the second link, but you can also join through YouTube. Click that one, earner tier, get you over there. So that's how you do it. Now, let's get into this. Let's talk shop. Let's talk business. Did you guys see this? So I'm just going to go over the last month here because I don't know. You guys, I show you my portfolios. I can show you that real quick. You can see 31.9. The high watermark's 33.4. I won't get excited until we're at 33.5 or higher. Once we hit that, I'll be excited. That's over at Kraken. You guys know that's where I like to get my crypto. You guys are more than happy to come over there. I got a link down below for that as well. And they're doing a nice deal for anybody that uses that link right there. Take advantage of that. You can turn it in XRP or whatever you want. Now, as I continue to look at these, and I did want to show you the Coinbase one. Let's just see what this is. I'm going to update. It might be down a little bit from there. Yeah, 249, not bad. I started at like 152 roughly, so about 3 more grand there. It's up 100K in about 5-6 weeks. And the overall portfolio, the big one's up over 200K. So it's been a wild run, guys. I'm speechless at times, to be blunt. That leads me into this. When you look at this chart and you're like, Mo, how did you make that much money in the last month? It wasn't from Bitcoin. I can show you that right here. I made a decent amount off it, but hardly not that much. And you can see sideways, basically, 1.58%. I'm going to go over why, because a billionaire, another billionaire, this billionaire's buying up a crypto. And then we come in here, and you guys can see we got Ethereum, and this is the one, man, 55% up. Let me show you this again. Let this sink in. Bitcoin over the last month is up 1%. One. Like that, I don't know. We even going to call home about this one? Then you get over to Ethereum, 55% up in the month. Like that is wild. And then you go over to XRP. Over the month, 6.24. I would take that every single month if I could get it. That's good. That's a good increase. But this is wild. 55%. And man, I'm loving it. I am just going to be blunt. I am loving it. So that takes us over to the charts and the news. What is the news that I'm talking about? Crypto stock jumps 182% after, Peter Thiel, buy stake. big time. All right. Now, I don't know this dude. I just know he's the PayPal co-founder and billionaire tech investor. I've seen his name everywhere lately. And I see his name related to what? It's buying these companies that are getting into the Ethereum focused digital asset treasuries. And you see this out here. And when I see it and I see how much they're buying and this, that, and the other thing, it's look what their name is. I love this. ETHZilla. I love it. I love it. I love it. So anyways, more and more and more people right here, 9.1% shareholder over at BitMine. That was one of the big things I told you about. Was that the Tom Lee one, Kathy Wood, and him, and then now he's over here. Like, it's just he's jumping in all over the place, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And he's like, it looks like, hey, take my money. I get it. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You start to look at some of these returns. Let me pull up my Kraken. Look at my returns on this one. When you get in here and you start to look up some of these returns, and you go boom, 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 boom. Where's mine? Where's my right here, right here. My Ethereum is now outperforming Bonk. Are you kidding me? Bonk at one point was up 200% for me. Now Ethereum's up 131% since I shared this with the community. This was my YouTube portfolio, my small account challenge, where I taught people how to DCA, dollar cost average, into different things by just watching me. And you guys can practice on your own, but this is what I did. So as you're watching these, you can see all the different things. I DCA'd into some. Even the XRP's doing extremely well, but not 131% up. I even had the receipts when I used to buy at, I think it was a little over 100, like $180 a piece for my XRP. Look where it's at right now. That not XRP. Let me rephrase that. For my Ethereum, I have $180 for my Ethereum. I hope someday we say that for XRP. That'd be fantastic. But as you can see, boom, 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 boom. It is now at 4,583. I was paying 180. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Think about that. That is absolutely insane. More than 20 times, less than 30 times. Hopefully I'll be able to say more than 30 times before you know it. So as we dig in here and we're watching XRP and Ethereum and Bitcoin, I'm going to show you something, all three charts now. These are the hour candles I was watching, and you can see the pressure's coming down. So if it does hit the 13, I would expect to bounce up. But let's go to the daily candles for these. I want to show you the daily candles. So we're overheated again, and that's the problem. And you guys can see what happens once we get overheated. Last time we got overheated, we broke the Bollinger Band, got up to 75 on the RSI. And this right here usually means, and this is what I'm teaching, this is an educational video, you're going to come down a little bit. And we did. We got close to that 5. We didn't hit it, though. We didn't hit it. It took this candle right here to hit the 5. So the 5 pops up. We hit the 5, take off. Now we come up here to this new resistance, which you can see. And you're having a little bit of the RSI back above 75. It's at 77 again. And of course, the price has just skyrocketed from where we were just, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, we were down at 3,300. We're now at 4,500, folks, in 2 freaking weeks. This is unbelievable. And so, yes, for anybody asking me, see how the Bollinger Band tightened up right here? Tightened up right here. That's a breakout strategy. Most likely, it was going to go higher because we're above the 50 EMA. I talked about it. I taught this. For those who took advantage, you did it. I told you this was a stock mo unicorn. And how many times do I have to show you guys this? You come up, you have this, which is the unicorn right there. You got the little eye, and then I always say you're going to get the unicorn horn. Well, come here and take a look at this, and as you do, you realize, holy crap, Mo, you're right. There it is. It's exactly what I always tell you. So now, as we go forward, and we have to watch more and more stuff happening and everything else, where are we going to go with this? And that's the next line in the sand we're trying to figure out. I will tell you this. If you finish above this 46, roughly, where do I have this at? 46.20? 46, just say 46.20. I think that's where that resistance is. We hit it twice now. If we can get a closing candle above there, I am expecting another big clip up. And, you know, it seems like almost every day we're getting up there. I will warn people. This is your warning. All right? This is my technical analysis. This is what I use. It's up to each person. I know a lot of you have done extremely well. If I have helped you in any way along this journey, especially in the crypto space, let me know down below in the comments. I hope some of you are waking up excited about life. I hope you're waking up loving it. I hope the sun's shining even when the clouds are dropping rain. These are the kind of things we work towards. In that feeling you have, it's hope. When you wake up and you see your portfolio green, it's hope. It's when you have that goal of financial freedom or even generational wealth to help out the next generation. And you're like, I feel good. Like I'm doing the right thing. And not every day is going to be green. I'm not going to be surprised to see a couple red days here over the next week. That's my warning. The RSI is above 75. It's a 77 on the daily. And that's where I start to get nervous. It was here where we broke the Bollinger Band. I get nervous. We're getting overheated. And it's okay. Last time we got overheated, we went all the way up to the 90s. And you can see that here. We had that sideways, big run up. We were in the 90s. And then all of a sudden, it did drop back down. Now we're going back up, new higher highs. So it seems like it's going to be a rinse and repeat. Go up, overbought, come back down. Go up, get overbought, which we're just starting this. Look how many X's we had here. So it could continue. Last time it did continue. And you're hearing a lot of billionaires, and I'm going to guess trillionaires out there in the world, starting to get involved in Ethereum like it's big. It's big. Do not sleep on this. So in other words, long term, and I'll be blunt, my Ethereum price prediction is this. And I'm going to share this with you. All right? I'm going to share this with you, and I'll let you guys sleep on it. And this is just I'm an old math teacher. I taught advanced statistics and other classes, and I taught finance and all kinds of other things, high school, college level. Let me tell you what I was thinking about, and I'll share this with everyone here for who's in Ethereum, and I'll do XRP next here. Keep this in mind. If you go back to the last cycle, and I'm just going to use round numbers. I don't need you guys coming at me and saying, Mo, you're off a couple thousand. It's okay. Just listen to me here. I'm not looking at the charts. I'm just going to give you some info. Remember last cycle? And I'm talking before the winter, I think it was 2018. Like, I don't even remember when. But Bitcoin got up to the all-time high. It was like 60-something thousand, right? And do you remember what Ethereum got up to? And these are all rough estimates. I don't have it in front of me. I'm just going to tell you what I've been thinking about. It just kind of hit me in my head. Numbers are what I do. It's what I'm good with. I'm not a talker. You guys know this. I'm not an English person where I'm like my wife's an English teacher. I was the math and finance and all that stuff. So here's the deal. Ethereum got up, I think, roughly 4,800. Just say 4,800. Even if I'm off a little bit, don't come down in the comments, start spewing hate. So just say 60,000 and 4,800. All right. If that was that one time when we had that, obviously we had Bitcoin run up to 120,000. So just say double. And I'm sure the numbers are off a little bit, but just say they doubled. Think about where Ethereum is. So if Bitcoin doubled, and that market cap was massive compared to Ethereum, massive, and it doubled. Ethereum doubling and staying in that direct correlation to Bitcoin and Ethereum, think about where Ethereum should be. It should be simple, 9,600. To stay in that same ideal that Bitcoin was at, Ethereum should be at 9,600. So when people look at these prices and they say, Mo, where could it go? So I'm going to teach it. This is one of the ways, and there's more to it. How many were produced? What is the overall, how many are there? Was there a lot produced since then? If there was, that's dilution mode. That doesn't count. So there are more things that go into this. Absolutely. And I'm not here saying there isn't. But if we go in here and we look at let's pull up the month. I haven't done this yet, so I'm doing this on the fly. Just hang with me here. So you had this right here. What was this? 2021? 5,000 right there. 2021. I was saying 2018. 2021. Right there. We got up to 4,800. Roughly 4,800, right? And so if I go to Bitcoin, back to the same thing. Go Bitcoin. Right here it is. Right there. I said 60,000. It was actually 68,000. All right. So 68,000. So we didn't quite double in Bitcoin. Maybe 80%, roughly. Yeah, roughly 80%. So if we take 4,800, 80% of that should be what? 1,000 something? Let me pull up the calculator. We'll just do 80%. So I'll give you a really good estimate of what I think you're going to see Ethereum get to. So if we do that 80%, and we just say it was 4,800, and we're going to get an 80% growth like Bitcoin did, 8,640. Now remember, there could be dilution though, in terms of how much additional supply was put out there for the both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And once you calculate that number, you're good. You're good. It's not a hard calculation to do. I'm not going to do it right here, but it's not difficult. So just say 8,600, and even if the dilution takes up 20%, even 30%, just say 20%, that'd be roughly 1,600. So it'd still be at 7,000, roughly. These are all rough numbers. 7,000. Wow. Wow is all I can say. What are we at for Ethereum right now? Where are we at for Ethereum? I don't remember. Well, you're seeing almost 120 for Bitcoin. You get to Ethereum, and we're at 4,500. It's nowhere near that. In other words, the ratio between Bitcoin and Ethereum, I heard it turn bullish. I heard it starting to run the right way. And my argument to that is there's a lot of room to go for this to get to that same effect that you saw with Bitcoin compared to its old days. And the argument, I will say this, it's different. Now, these are the monthly charts I've been watching. See this? Look what just happened. We just broke out this month above this line I've been watching and waiting to cross. And this is August. This is big. If this can hold, expect September, October, November, December to be fun. Just to be fun. I'll leave it at that. Just to be fun. It should be fun. And that's what I'm kind of watching for. So we're in a bullish action there. Obviously, the weeklies are going to be really good. You can see the same thing. This is a confirmation on the weeklies. So we had the first week above that resistance. Next week is the confirmation right here. So if we finish the week and we stay green here, remember how I always tell you if we break a resistance and we open and close higher, that's a solid confirmation, then I expect to take off. Bollinger Bands are opening up. This is how I read these. I'm teaching you right now how I read these, and it's important. And this is how I've been making my decisions for everybody who's been asking. Now come out here and go to XRP. Look at XRP. How's that going? Well, there's a few lines I'm looking at here. We have not broken those lines yet, which right here, you can see this resistance. I need to get back above. We got above once, pushed right back down. So now I'm waiting to get back above. What is that? 332. I've been telling this number for a long time now. We need to get back above 332, close, and then have another one go. So same thing we're kind of watching. I know we're at 321. That isn't that big of a pop. A 10% pop up puts us at 350 something. And that's what I'm saying. If we can get above the 332, getting back up to that 360 something is not too difficult in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So that's the update. That's a long video, a lot of things I talked about. Hit the like button. Do me that favor. More importantly, get over and get into the webinar. If you haven't, first link down below. The webinar is pure fire. The spots are open. They're ready for you. It's about an hour long. It's one of the best things I've ever created. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out today. And of course, if you are not in the Discord, second link down below, code LEARN will save you 50% off. It is pure fire. Pure fire over there. We have 36 learning lessons. We have expert traders who are teaching people. I'm teaching people with live lessons. We do those usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll do active. So it's a really great community. I share my portfolio in there, what I'm doing. It's good stuff. And of course, we only got a couple seats left. This is the first ever use code LEARN at checkout for this. This is the live. This is this weekend, our workshop. We have never done this before, and I am pumped about this. At this particular moment, I only have 3 left, and so I'll probably do another one a week after that. I'm not even sure, but you definitely want to get in here. Same with Crypto Will and Dr. Stocks. So you want options, you want to learn, get into Dr. Stocks, Crypto Will for the crypto, and I'm just going over technicals, and these are for beginners. This is for people who are just getting started. If you want a live workshop where you can learn 60 days into the community over there, each one has its own community, and of course the Q&A session, oh man, it's powerful. And this is your chance to be a part of it. You can get into all 3. They're all 3 different times. All right, that's what I got for you today. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord.